They got to free me. And the world want to see me. Motion and Valley can't keep me.
People. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. First thing that is popping in the news, we see that Flippa Mafia, Mr. Davis, he's officially out, free on the streets of America. Now, back in last year, I think October, don't quote me, it is said that he was released early release because of good behavior, going to school, stuff like that. And I understand he got a 20-something years, 25 to 27 years sentence. And he was supposed to do 50% of that time and then come out in like 12 years and a half. He came out about 10 years or so into his sentence. I understand the part there. When he first came out, he thought that, well, me I go come out just in time for my birthday, so you know, say the flossing was on and popping. However, it seems as if the system meaning ICE, customs, enforcement, them pretty much throw some sorts of monkey wrench in the program. That was not the case. Seems as if he was in an immigration holding facility somewhere in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, some sorts of state jail. Now, he did that time in the States, sentence 20-something years, 20 enough years, under some sorts of thing in which he was convicted of being the kingpin of a DRUGS organization. So therefore, he did not get any sorts of leniency. Him get 20 plus. So in the States, you do about half of the time and then you get released upon probation, parole, whatever them call it. In the feds, if you get 20, you have to do 80% of the time, no sorts of parole, no sorts of probation. You have to do 85% of the time, point blank and period. Now back then when he was released in a last year, I said to myself, boy, it seems as if Flippa Mafia is defying gravity. He is defying all of the rules as it pertains to immigration, as it pertains to a non-resident, a non-citizen. A person who at best, maybe somebody was filing for him to be a resident. However, that process was not complete. So therefore, he was not living in the United States legally at any time, unless he went there legally upon some sort of visa. But the moment that he overstayed that visa, an hour after it expired, he would have been there illegally. So I said then, and I am going to say now, how did he pull this off? You can pull this off by getting the greatest lawyer that money can buy, and even then, under the present rules, which was changed, I think, in 1996. If you are a resident or just a visa holder and you get hold with any sorts of charges, felony, chance of you getting U.S. residency is very minimal. I am not saying that it is not possible. However, these are or would have been some sorts of isolated case. So therefore it does not happen too often. It is as if lightning striking twice before that is even possible. Twice at the same place. Here is the history of Flippa Mafia. was living in America before, was doing his stuff, illegal stuff, hustling, whether a weed or cocoa. He got deported. He came to Jamaica. Him try to go back up through the Bahamas, Bimini, Freeport way. Him get whole. Them never bother give him any sorts of time. Them just put him on an express plane back to Jamaica. Factual. He came back up after a couple of months. He did, I think, Sting, where he was throwing all sorts of champagne all over the place. Epic performance, good stage performer, and people like people that have money, that can floss and change shows, change clothes on stage, fling money in the crowd. People always gravitate to people like those. Jamaica people, licky. So anyways, him reached back up by some sorts of illegal means once again. While he was there doing his thing, because that is what he knows, don't know how much education or how much skill set him have for hold any sorts of corporate job, and maybe the corporate job would not pay him the type of lifestyle that he lives. There were videos before and after, both deportation, both return, with him inside the club, that I even had conversations with people that are in the streets that know him, know of him, and know the ropes as it pertains to immigration rules and law. And we used to laugh and say, boy, the man the good. Whatever link him have is either him obey a man good, or him lawyer good, or he is cooperating with the people, meaning the system. And we all know the system looks out for who, look out for them. So therefore, if you can give them information, they would make sure that you are okay. You have become a part of the team and people. I am not saying that Flippa Mafia was doing that. However, if somebody told me that he was, I would not be surprised. Anyways, him did a floss in the club, many citing of Flippa Mafia, because, you know, he is not the type of person that likes to lay low or lay stealth. Wherever he is hot at, he has to be on, the spotlight has to be on him. Him like the spotlight, him like the highlight, him like for show off, him like for exalt himself. He wants people to see his clothes, see his car, see his shoes, see everything. And people, if you have it like that and you feel like doing that and you're maintaining yourself, you can do whatever you so choose to do. It is in your rights. But me just say, the average sensible person that knows say, listen, you know say the paperwork at best is iffy. The paperwork at worst shaky. I should not be here. I should not be doing what I am doing. However, I am doing that. So therefore, again, he defy gravity. He defy all rules and law as it pertains to the immigration. So people like me say, him never really have any sorts of big conviction like that then. So therefore, it was, if it was possible any at all, then him couldn't get a little stay, a little leniency. However, the last time when he went back, the feds, the state, intercept a couple of packages coming through the mail, through several different states, including Florida, I think, Philadelphia, coming from California. Don't remember the routes. However, the message is still the same. He got held, him and a couple of people. Of course, some people plea, including his girlfriend or wife. Everybody mostly play out. However, he decided that, listen, I mean name Flippa, I mean name when my name not change. Me I go take this to trial because pretty much him look on it Damn if he do, damn if he don't. So therefore, him go shake up and see if he could end up busting the system or beating the system upon some sorts of technicality or whichever way that he thought that was going to work for him. It never worked. He was charged for being the head of an organization, not a corporate organization. May I talk about a criminal organization. So therefore, kingpin status. He went to trial, him tried them, and they pretty much, he fight the law and the law won. Him get sentenced 20 plus years, like me tell you. He did less than half of that time, which should have been 12 years, 13 years or so. He came out short of 10 years. So therefore, them say good time, and he did some sorts of courses, him get some sorts of degree. Me no member our, it is not important. So then back in October, when I did that video and I spoke about this video, I said, Flippa Mafia, you have some explaining, not to me, but to the street. The street I go want to know, how is it that you come out and then you plan some big party in America? You said it yourself. Because you know, say you come out just in time for your birthday, so it is on and popping like the champagne popping, color popping, rate, lele, blue, blah, blank. So people, I just got a video a couple of days ago. When I got the video, I asked the question, hold on a minute, how this him kind of look familiar? So people, me I gonna make you look on the video of him the day that he was released from the big yard. Well, actually, the county jail, immigration section of the county jail, somewhere in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Take a listen, take a look.
Ding, 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 ding. I just lost it.
Hey, have a good one.
Freedom is a must. Road.
So people, that was the video that was the same day that he was let out of the county. And you hear him singing, quoting from Sizzla's song, "Them have to go free me." And people, yes they did. However, under questionable means. Now people, I know that persons that like Flippa Mafia, I kind of think that he is entertaining too. Not as boring as some of these artists that are out there. Eccentric, mix up person, people on social media like stuff like that. Especially when you're out there baiting up yourself, throwing money. So therefore, when I talk, I know that a lot of persons are going to get in their feminine, fishy feelings, and I'm going to say, it is bad mind. Here is the facts. After seeing this video and conversations that I've had with persons that are top immigration lawyers in America that work in the court system, meaning the state system and the federal system, I kind of explain a situation like I know based on the facts that I know, and the response from everybody is pretty much the same. The questions that I ask, what is the possibility of somebody whose status is the status of Flippa Mafia coming out of jail, especially after being convicted felon, kingpin in a big DRUGS case? What is the possibility of that person being released back on the street of America and gaining some, are getting, because he never had status before, some sort of residency status? The response that I get, it is 0 to 0. Not possible, none at all. What are the circumstances that would make this possible? That person would have to be on some sorts of S visa. People, you hear me say the visa name. S. Do you know what S means? I am not even going to say the word because I don't want to implicate anybody in any sorts of stuff. The fact that this person, and this is based on conversations that I've had with persons that are top lawyers, deal with cases like these all the time. They said, somebody, if I had a client like that, I would tell that client that you do not stand any sorts of chance, unless, of course, you are going to cooperate. And when I say cooperate, I don't mean just give them any sorts of promise, because we know say a promise is a comfort to a fool. One thing about the system in America and the feds and them people, the DEA, them no want any sorts of promises. You are going to be paid or freed based on performance. That means you would have to give some information, plan to give some information, and if you don't give that information like you promise, that visa will be revoked. People, this is not me giving my opinion. This is not me having any sorts of thing vindictive, anything against Flippa Mafia. Me just talk as a blogger with facts. Now, I know that person are going to say, yeah, but him have family that live there, him have kids. People, here is the facts. In America, they do not care if you have 1 or 100 picnic that are US citizen. Your status or whatever happens to you is based on your status as a resident, your status as a green card holder, and even worse, most importantly, your criminal history, your criminal record. That means if you get deported once, twice, if you get convicted on some sorts of aggravated felony, meaning that some sorts of big DRUGS charge, the possibilities of you ever seeing a day in America street as a free man is very minimal, unless there are unusual circumstances. By unusual circumstances, I mean that you give me some of this, we give you some of that. You help us to help yourself. People, these are all facts that you can check or ask anybody that works and know the system, the criminal system and also the immigration system. This man is pretty much defying gravity, define all the rules and law as it pertains to immigration, as it pertains to any sorts of resident, as it pertains to people that got deported and then came back and got a felony conviction, big case. At the end of the day, Flippa Mafia will have to answer the questions to his friends and his associates. At the end of the day, Flippa Mafia will now decide what he's going to do with his time. How is he going to live? How is he going to sustain or maintain himself, knowing that he will be under the scrutiny of the system, knowing that most people in the underworld that would have probably dealt with him before will no longer deal with him. And people, there might be no source of shame in this man's game, because guess what? Most of the people that you idolize as Big Don or Big Smuggler, if they are out in America right now being successful, and people, me nah say it not happen, isolated incident, more than likely they are also working too. So therefore, this is now the norm, more or better than the exception. The people them attack. Not going to say Flippa Mafia is not talking or is talking, but me just say something sound weird, something is into something. If I was a betting man and I am not, I would say that he is cooperating in some capacity. As a matter of fact, I would say that he is in too deep right now to turn back. And more than likely, this video that I am doing would probably help him, because more than likely he cannot come to Jamaica because these people that have him under suspicion might want to take away his life. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. The link is in the description of this video. Bless up.